Reports of shelterees engaging in sexual activity within the clear view of students is something that everyone should be outraged about. Reports of teachers, resources going missing. Reports of schools being transformed into spaces befitting of tenement yard that no longer represents institutions of learning is something that every individual should be outraged about. And when teachers are required to work in conditions that compromise safety, dignity, and effectiveness, we will speak and we will act. Because what is happening is not just inconvenience. It is a violation of rights. It undermines the ILO Convention of Occupational Health and Safety that was ratified by this country more than 25 years ago. It violates the United Nations Convention on the Rights of the Child, and it offends the spirit and law of the Child Care and Protection Act. And the conditions, colleagues, are deeply troubling. Reports of shelterees engaging in sexual activity within the clear view of students is something that everyone should be outraged about. Reports of teachers, resources going missing. Reports of schools being transformed into spaces befitting of tenement yard that no longer represents institutions of learning is something that every individual should be outraged about. And meanwhile, our students are in tents, exposed to the elements, along with their teachers, while classrooms to be occupied by shelterees under fan. That is not just unacceptable, it is outrageous. Something that no modern-day society or government should countenance, yet alone seek to defend. And that's what we are hearing, with the greatest of respect to my colleagues in the Ministry of Education. There's almost this defense, and that we should have compassion. But what about the rights of our individuals? What about the rights of our teachers? What about the rights of our students? And while our teachers continue to endure these conditions, they are also watching the slow pace of negotiations. They are watching the lack of urgency and engagement. They are becoming weary. And let me say this clearly. A weary workforce will not remain passive indefinitely. We have sought dialogue. We have exercised patience. But there's a growing sentiment that teachers may soon need to assert their position more forcefully. But even as we confront these realities, colleagues, we must examine how we are defining future-proofing, because it appears less like strategic planning and more like misplaced priorities.